And the biggest Valorant punishments we have seen thus far, especially for match fixing, have now been issued to some naughty boys out there. Not how I wanted to start my morning. What is up, folks? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the show. Grab some water, grab some coffee. It's going to be Team Resurgence, 2 of their members from the Singaporean roster, and I am so surprised I said that correctly, have now been issued 3-year bans for match fixing in a late last year, September of 2020, Valorant Ignition series event. And well, it was apparently obvious enough where Riot Games has investigated and not only found one member who was called out early on, but then found further evidence of his teammate, that being Germs and Dreamy, are now your 2 first Valorant pros to be given this harsh of a punishment. And it's actually an event where they didn't even make it out of groups. It was only a few series in. On that final series, supposedly, it was this last match against the Blackbird Ignis roster, which 2 of their members did throw during. Now, Riot responding within 2 months of another Singaporean competitive player exposing the lineup with a lengthy Google document back in April of this year, which exposes both players, Germs and Dreamy, of betting on said matches. But with all of the evidence in this document, mainly pertaining to Germs, Riot must have found further evidence against his teammate, that being Dreamy, as Germs had a bet a total of $3,000 on Blackbird Ignis to beat them 2-0, which they did, winning over $4,000 in profit alone on just that single series. Who knows what other matches he was also potentially betting on, but it goes to show you how financially viable. I imagine, especially back in Singapore, a few $1,000 might mean a bit more than it does to other people out there. Still a huge amount of money to a guy like me, but I imagine in Singapore, it's all the more as well. And so, hey, you know, you could potentially, I think, maybe have made it out of groups, but you have that last matchup. Maybe you're ready to go home and you say, hey, you know what? Me and my buddy, we're going to make a quick few $1,000, which compared to the overall prize pool of the event, a substantial amount of money still. And you can make that while losing. And somehow these guys thought it was okay. They have now been caught. Riot has now issued their punishment as of yesterday after further investigation. Citing following an ongoing investigation into the Resurgence versus BBI match during the Valorant Ignition series in September of 2020, Valorant Esports has ruled Germs and Dreamy in violation of competition policy for manipulating the outcome of a competitive Valorant match for monetary gain. They will be banned from VCT for 36 months. The rest of the Resurgence roster will receive reduced penalties based on their level of culpability and the level of their cooperation with the investigation. And with that, those 3 remaining members were actually issued bans from 6 months all the way up to a year for their involvement in this scandal. Now, they are probably put in an incredibly tough situation, as Riot does claim they were aware of the situation and lacked informing the proper tournament officials. You got to jump ahead of this stuff right away. When you think, or especially when you know your teammates are throwing, you have to tell somebody or you will be implicated in that gigantic mess. Now, people falling on 2 sides of that coin when it comes time for the remaining punishments. And make sure you know that Riot said they were aware of the match fixing and failed to inform. So I do agree that their suspensions, their bans should be heavily reduced. Some people out there saying 6 months or a year, given their cooperation with the investigation, is too harsh. Others saying that's pretty lenient. And then a lot of people out there having a very big judgment on the 3-year ban for match fixing, as we solely await ESIC involved in the CSGO players match fixing, some of whom are now in the Valorant space. I think we're all very, very curious what those punishments are going to be like, what the variety of punishments there will be, whether those that actually, you know, do cooperate with the investigation, those that are outright guilty, have done it multiple times, and of course the varying background stories and details that will probably be there. You have 2 match fixers who did it, as we know right now, one time for several thousands of dollars, and they were issued 3-year bans. The teammates who knew about it given 6 months to a year. So how is that going to compare to when this giant investigation comes out? Either way, bye-bye to 2 careers out there. We'll see you in 2024. And you're not welcome back. Until next time, what do y'all think about this one? Hydrate, all right? Drink up, drink some water, drink some coffee. I'll see you back here next time. Okay, bye.